Welcome, day 57, nonco. Some ducks there. Still away on holiday, a few more days left, feeling good. Didn't really have any inspiration for the video yesterday, so I just started filming it and it was kind of okay, but it was the first time I wasn't quite happy with the video, but still published it, still not getting many views, and so we shall continue. Did a bit of yoga and breathing this morning, which was really nice. Got into that a lot in Bali, but it reminded me I did a course, must have been about 28 years of age, Petals course. I can't remember exactly what it stood for. It's preparing to teach a course. So it's a course that teaches you how to be a teacher. And with that, I think it's the stepping stone. There's more courses you can do, but it was like a maybe 8 of us workshop kind of dealio where we, in the end, built up to doing a lesson. And I did mine on breathing. You could choose any topic you like. And they said, obviously, if it's something you're into, it makes sense, right? And yeah, it was a good experience, a good exercise to do because it was nerve-wracking for a lot of people. I had been used to doing, I guess, a bit more speaking than some of the other people there because I was having to manage some different teams at the time and things like that, so presentations, etc. But yeah, you had to really get real with it and present, I think, a 20-minute lesson. And I did mine on breathing, and I was just thinking about that this morning. Because, yeah, when I went to Bali, I think I touched on a lot of things in life, but didn't really get into them. And then when I went to Bali and did for 2 months, the first month was a yoga teacher training course, which was just mind-blowing, life-changing. Yoga is such a misunderstood thing in the modern world. Most people think it's kind of some hip exercisey flexibility thing with the body, but essentially it's nothing to do with the body. Yoga means science of the mind. It's all about the mind. And in yoga, you do use the asanas, the physical poses, to harness the power of the breath, to then link with the mind and your kind of essence, soul, energetic being. So it's kind of reverse engineering consciousness, body, breath, mind, soul, to get you to that bliss state, the bliss state where you're not thinking, but you're aware. You can think, but you're not in your mind and the thoughts racing. You are in this state of bliss, which is really the best way of describing it. You're not in the future, you're not in the past, you're just there, being. And it feels really nice. bliss state. And you can achieve this through yoga, through many ways. Just being out in nature, being present, allows you to get into that bliss state, being comfortable with every moment and in flow, but alert and conscious and aware. So it's kind of like everything's happening all at once and it feels really good. So yeah, breathing is a really, really good way to do that. Now I'm going to do some nonco businesses and education that are around breathing, because I think it's like, you look at superhero movies and it's like, oh, well, it'd be cool if you could fly or be invisible. Like, breathing is a superpower. We all have it. And it's just so underused as the easiest, best free tool that we have for our life, for our health, for our well-being, for our energy levels, and for our happiness, our health and happiness. In the lesson, I did some exercises to show that you can speed up your breath. If you want to get energize yourself and get faster and be charged up, you can take some big power breaths and have the in-breath breathing in faster with quicker out breaths. You can reverse that and do the opposite, and you can breathe in and then really accentuate and extend the out breath. Those two breaths, they're going to change your whole physiology, your mind, your circulatory system, the oxygen going to all of the trillions of cells in your body, they're going to massively affect that. So how we breathe affects us physically in a massive way, and it affects us mentally in a massive way. And they're all linked, mind, body, as we know. So I'm making this video to begin some education and directions on this type of stuff that falls under the health category in the Life Master business. And the easiest way, I would say, getting into your breath is to take every spare moment that you have day to day in your life. If you're walking to work, if you're on the train, if you're waiting in a queue. Brits love a good queue. So when you're in these moments, maybe you're just waiting for somebody. You could any number of things, queuing in the supermarket, any moment in life where you're not doing anything and you might usually pick up the phone or get distracted or your mind's racing. Play a game and turn that moment into a fun exercise where you play with the power and the superpowers of your breath. And what you'll notice is it starts to bring you more present and more present and more present, more present, and more into a bliss state. It will change your physiology for the better. And the more that you do it, the more that then that will seep into the moments, the other moments in life. So my message for you today is to have a think about your breathing, observe your breathing, observe those moments throughout the day when you could be doing some conscious breathing. When I mean conscious, like it's where your attention goes. So I could be thinking about that tree over there, or I could be letting my mind race, or I could breathe in, hold for a few seconds at the top, breathe out, hold for a few seconds at the bottom, and be focusing my attention, my conscious attention on that breathing. That means my mind is clear and in the present moment. My body is receiving a nice oxygen, and kind of emotionally, and the nervous system is going to be getting a nice break as well. So you're almost promoting that healing state that you can get from sleep. So you could take yourself in that deep REM healing sleep that we don't get very much of at night. It comes through in phases, and I'm going to be upping my learning with this and coming out, believe it or not, with some sleep-related life upgrades in businesses. noncosleep.com has been purchased. I better double check that before I publish this video. But you can start to train yourself to access these healing, more grounded, more blissful states throughout the day. And so, yeah, please observe yourself over the next few days and see how you're breathing. See if you're getting stressed at times. If you ever get stressed or impatient or angry, these are all negative emotions. So if you're ever feeling some of those, observe it and then take your attention back to the breath and just do some breathing. And just play with your breath. Play with your breath. Treat it like a fun game, that you are in control of your health and your mind and your feelings and your state. And breath is one of the massive keys to unlocking any state you want, really. Any state you want. So we've also got statesetting.com, which is linked with this. So set the state that you want and play with the breath. We'll have more to come. This is more of an introduction to just start observing it, observing yourself, and just get as many of those breaths in as you can per day. Ideally, sitting down and actually meditating while doing the breathing is really, really good as well. But you can do this whenever you want. So we'll leave it there. We'll see you tomorrow.